Hello, my name is Akwaeke. I'm in the process of writing my first novel, which I hope to publish. I'm hoping this novel will be the first of a series of 8 novels, and this novel will fall under the young adult science fiction and fantasy genre. I hope to explore various themes in this novel and series, ranging from usual themes like greed, ego, jealousy, anger, fear, and how this can affect and influence a person or a community, to more complicated themes like racism, discrimination, self-discovery, legacy, ignorance, prejudices, and tribalism, importance of family, modernism versus traditional culture versus globalism, consequences of corruption and cutting corners, quality versus quantity, sexism, misogyny, feminism, to name a few. Unfortunately, this is as much as I can share with you right now with regards to the book, as it's still under development. So, reasons for writing this novel. Well, I love reading books and telling stories. I wrote a few children's books and comics which I shared with my family, cousins at home, and close friends at school as a child. These books were filled with drawings and wee speech bubbles, and were like probably a maximum of 10 pages. So completely different to what I am trying to pull off now. So this book would hopefully be my first novel I hope to publish, either via self-publishing or hopefully via a publishing house if possible. Initially, I wanted to write a Wikids book for my nephews when they were babies, but I never really had the time or the energy or got around to doing it. And before I knew it, my nephews grew quite fast, and they're talking, walking, crawling, and using complicated words like peculiar and stuff like that. Hence, I thought I had to up my game, and I decided to write a young adult's book. So hopefully I will finish this book before they're 16. Hopefully. The idea for this series came to me during the pandemic, and I finally got around to planning and writing this novel during the pandemic. I found writing this novel quite therapeutic, to be honest. Writing this book is sort of helping me manage and helping me manage and come to terms with some buried, unresolved emotions and issues I was forced to face and address, like I'm sure many other people, and reflect and confront during the course of this pandemic. For instance, I did not plan on writing anything too deep or painful, like racism or discrimination for the first book or much of the series, to be honest. However, after the poignant killing of George Floyd, which I saw on repeat several times on different news channels, that did raise several various conflicting and hurtful emotions in myself, and also made me feel like I needed to address a few personal issues and experiences I had faced and buried over the years. So in a way, writing this novel has, in a way, helped me come to terms with some unresolved emotional experiences, which maybe which I haven't fully overcome, but at least I have come to manage better than before. So my reasons for starting this YouTube channel. Honestly, I feel like this is a unique experience for me that I would like to document, especially since this is my first book that I would write and publish. Hence, I wanted to document and share this experience. Plus, I thought this would help motivate me and give me a deadline to completing this novel, since I am not a full-time author. I kind of thought this would motivate me greatly. As for the name of my channel, well, I wasn't really sure what to name it, to be honest. I might change it in the future, who knows. Anyway, I decided to give this channel a name I would remember. True story. That's the reason I gave it this name. And on a serious note, I wanted to give it a name that would pay homage to the important people in my life that contributed to my existence and whom I am today. For instance, Ifenua was given to me by my late paternal grandmother. May her soul rest in peace. She was graceful, very hardworking, and a determined woman that gave birth to my father. And my father always motivated me to go after my dreams and ambitions in his very unique and special way. Whilst my mom encouraged and fostered my love for reading and science. Adedoyin, that's my mother's maiden name. So that pays homage to my mother's side of the family. In particular, pays homage to my late grandfather, whom I refer to as Grandpa Adedoyin. He was a novice athlete that was selected out of the blue whilst leisurely minding his own business in the UK. When he was asked if he was interested in high jump, he was pretty tall, like 6 foot something. Either way, he was like, well, okay. And either way, he ended up representing the UK in high jump and long jump in the 1948 Olympics that was held in the UK. Back then, in high jump, one jumped over a bar, on their feet, on the sand, without any mattress or pool or stuff like that they do nowadays. Fair enough, it wasn't as high as it is nowadays, but still, it was high enough. And he was not a professional athlete at all. He was just at the right place, right time, and took an opportunity and made the best of it. And he managed to come either 4th or 5th in the high jump. Like, yeah, he didn't get a medal, but still an achievement, in my eyes anyway. And he was the first Nigerian to compete in an Olympic final in the 1948. In 1948, so not bad fun, amateur. So, in a way, I am paying homage to him since I am an amateur author with limited literary prowess. And I have more of a science background, so this is rather new and exciting for me because, yeah, I'm more science than literature, to be honest. And I hope to write this novel to the best of my ability. Plus, another reason why I chose it, I wanted to pay homage to my cousin, my mother's cousin, my uncle, who I refer to as Uncle Dyer, who often gave me some of my favorite books and books as presents when I was a child. So, thanks, Uncle. Wejike, which is my surname, pays homage to my father's side of the family. And like my mother's side, they loved reading and they were very good at storytelling. So storytelling is kind of part of our way of life. So no pressure there on my part. And most of my happiest childhood memories were during my visits to my father's village in Nigeria, where I would play with my cousins and siblings, and we would tell stories and hear different folk tales in the family compound in the village. So those were my childhood memories with my family and my extended family. My father's extended family, stuff like that. Regards to this YouTube channel, in this channel, I hope to provide weekly updates on my writing. So this will show some of the tools I've used to help me write. For instance, I believe a healthy body and mind is key to accomplishing any task. Hence, I try to eat healthily, exercise regularly, and get enough sleep to the best of my ability. So for exercise-wise, I use Central app for almost a year, and I find it very beneficial, and I think it's a very good investment. And it has been key to helping me maintain a healthy lifestyle and well-being. So the app provides, that's Center app, that's the app, Chris Hemsworth's app, you know, Thor, Avengers, that's his app. It's a really good app, and I use it, and it has helped me greatly. At the moment, I'm currently in the process of completing Centra 6 exercise program. Hard work, but definitely worth it. Yeah. So what I like about this app, it does provide a range of exercises. So it provides yoga exercises, Pilates, box exercise, aerobic, HIIT training. So that's the high intensity interval training. It also provides some healthy meal plans and meditation sessions. So it is pretty much a lifestyle app in a nice, easy, accessible, user-friendly way. So, and in general, I use exercise to help me combat stress and fatigue, especially as I'm currently trying to write a book and also working, because I'm not a full-time author. I do other stuff as well. And I found that continuous stress without relief or periods of relaxation can be problematic to the body. For instance, prolonged stress is known to cause aches and pains, exhaustion or trouble sleeping, depression and anxiety. You can look it up. Even Dr. Google will tell you this. So personally, I've often used exercise and a healthy lifestyle to help me manage my stress. And the good thing about the Centra app is that you can use it to exercise in a safe environment or location of your choice. Another tool that I use to help me write would be the Jericho Writers. I signed up with them last year. Towards the end of last year, I heard good reviews about them before subscribing to their membership. Plus, seeing as this is my first book, I wanted to have ample information on the various steps and processes for completing and publishing a novel. And I found loads of their videos and articles so far educational and helpful. Video I found helpful off the top of my mind would be Writing for Young People video course by Marvin Burgess. I found that very useful. And I think another one, Writing a Novel in 6 Weeks by Becky Hunter, and how to write a video course was quite useful. Some useful articles that I found were titled How to Create Imaginary Creatures for Your Fantasy Novel, and Writing for Young People, Cost Plot, Characters and Story, and also 15 Common Novel Writing Mistakes, Beginner Writers Beware. Very useful. Another tool that I use to help me write, which I'm using to help me write, would be YouTube channels. One particular, YouTube channels. So there are a number of YouTube channels. So if you go to the channel section in my YouTube channel, Ifeanyiwa Adedoyin, there is a list of YouTube channels. So off the top of my mind, one of them, a very useful YouTube channel that I use, because I follow a number of writers just to get ideas and tips and motivation to help me with my writing. But this YouTube channel by Jerry B. Jenkins, his YouTube channel, I found very useful. He's a brilliant writer, and his YouTube channel I found very informative. And I found his videos titled How to Write a Book, 13 Steps for a Best-Selling Author, and How to Overcome Writer's Block, Once and for All, very useful. Another tool that I use to help me write are news channels, and trusted news articles are actually very useful. And I sometimes use them to help me find inspiration for themes or read stories here and there, or just read things here and there. I was writing this novel, for instance, as I mentioned before, like the George Floyd incident, which inspired me to write a bit about racism and discrimination as a theme in my novel. Obviously, I would be writing from my perspective, because I am not an American. I've never lived in America. Like, I visited America for like 4 days a few years ago. And plus, America is a massive country. It's pretty much a continent in its own right, to be fair. So I can't equate my wee time in a wee part of America to a full-fledged American experience. Plus, racism is quite different in different parts of the world. Although, to be honest, racism is racism no matter how it's presented or displayed, really. So, well, it kind of hurts the same, irrespective of how it's done. So another tool that I use to help me write this would be my own personal experiences. Or experiences I've heard from friends, acquaintances, or just some stuff I've just nosed into or stumbled across. So they've probably paid some inspiration, some plots and themes here and there. Obviously, I'll change a significant aspect of the experience for privacy reasons, for creative reasons. I also get some inspiration for novels. I do read a bit of novels and actually science textbooks and sci-fi films, which I will provide a list of in this video. And although I would recommend a few books which I really did like and did play a part in this, one would be the 2018 novel called Freshwater by Emezi. I really like that. My Sister the Serial Killer, loved that book. Fragile Lives by Stephen Westaby, really liked it. Born a Crime by Trevor. Obviously, Audacity of Hope by Barack Obama. Dreams from My Father by Barack Obama. And the good old GoodNews Bible. Definitely inspired a few stories here and there. Movie and TV wise, the 2021 movie called Infinite, the 2020 movie called Tenet, Lord of the Rings trilogy, classic. 2021 movie called Coma. I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't think I would, but really nice. And TV series the likes of Wheels of Time, the Amazon Prime one, and The Witcher, the Netflix one. Audiobooks I really enjoyed and definitely inspired a few tweaks here and there in my book would be The Sandman. Loved both 1 and 2. Another tool that I use to help me, not just in writing, but in loads of things, loads of creative process would be music. I use music a lot. One, it helps me relax and it also helps me concentrate on things I'm doing. Like a few occasions, it had helped me create and set a few scenes whilst writing. I kind of feel like, I believe there's a bit in the book where I mentioned the name of a tune or song that was playing in the background. I thought this would help fully immerse the readers into the events of that scene. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but yeah, I might take it. But I actually it helped me. It helped me immerse myself into the scene whenever I was writing it anyway. So in conclusion, I will leave you with a quote by Nick Cave. And it goes, "So nothing you create is ultimately yours, yet all of it is you. Your imagination is mostly an accidental dance between collected memory and influence, a construction that awaits spiritual ignition." I actually like that quote. I kind of feel it kind of sums up all of what I've said today because most of my writing is influenced by loads of different things. Like it's still mine. There's still some things that uniquely mine in the process, but there are loads of things that helped with the imaginative process to help make it whole, in a sense. So that's that for today, and welcome to my channel, and I hope you enjoy this journey with me. Thank you.